tell us what you got.
Yeah. And, when you said it, it's like, okay, we talk about events, right? And we talk about how to get in front of agents. And it's always a lot of the same thing I see, right? It's like, okay, let's do another lunch and learn, and have some educational topic about it, and bringing agents in. And I feel like, yes, some agents really like it, but then you have other agents that's just, they're never going to show up to it. And it's really hard sometimes to attract new agents to those type of events, right? So it's great to build and continue relationships with existing ones, but it's not always bringing the new ones in, right? So it's like when I sit there and I think, okay, yes, we need to do it, right? It's super important that we do it, but also how can I leverage events in a little bit different way? And so I've dabbled in this for the past at least year or so, and done some different trial and error type things. And so when I think about events, I try to think of it and spin it different. How can I bring agents to me where they don't feel that I'm trying to sales pitch them? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? So that they can I can bring a value, but bring a value in a different way. So when I do an event, there's three things I want you to think about. Okay. Before you schedule it, before you do anything, there's three things. One is, does it bring people in who don't know me?
Hmm.
Does it bring people in who don't know me? So am I hosting this event, and is it going to accomplish that? So that's question number one. Question number two is, does it deepen trust with someone I already have a relationship with? Okay. I feel like a lot of events that's what we try to accomplish, right? But that's just one of the three that I ask myself. Okay. The third one is, does it keep me top of mind with zero pitch fatigue? Does it keep me top of mind with zero pitch fatigue? And that's the one that really is, how do I accomplish that one? Okay. So have an event where nobody feels pressure. Well, how do you do that? So about 2 weeks ago, actually, we had an event, and it was Realtor headshots. Now, I've done some events.
I couldn't quite. So it's Realtor headshots.
Yes. Real estate agent headshots, right? And I've done events where they're like, hey, come get a headshot. And I've gone to a title office, and we're set up in a room, and there's a little backdrop, something behind us, and we do a headshot. Yeah. But with social media and with everything else these days, I feel like that's just kind of outdated. People don't want to, yes, we need it. Yes, we need it for a
All
business
right,
card,
hit the
but
mute button.
really
Sorry,
people are doing
it's
things
Yeah.
differently these days. So how
geez,
can I take and
I don't know what's
attract agents? Thank you. Attract agents to a headshot event, but also kind of have a dual purpose on top of that, where I'm trying to solidify, like Rudy said, he's doing his builder route, right? He's out several days doing builder routes. Well, I'm hosting this event at a builder model home. So now I'm attracting these real estate agents to the builder's model home to help sell their house, but also provide a value to these real estate agents that they're just walking in and they don't have to worry about me selling. Now, it's my face. I'm the one that they see when they come in. I'm the one that's sitting there hanging out with them the whole time. We're chit-chatting, so it's not me trying to pitch them anything. So we did this. We had 21 agents that showed up. It was one of the biggest events that this builder had ever seen. I know I didn't ask them for a single thing in this. I just said, can I use your model home? And they said, of course, absolutely. Why would we not let you do that, right? You're inviting a bunch of agents to our model home to help us sell it. And when we showed up and we kept seeing the people come in to this model home, the builder's rep was blown away. She went, got sandwiches, because we had just some little like cheeses, and I didn't want to eat right before I do pictures, right? I didn't want anything on my teeth, right? So I just did some little little something. And she was like, oh no, we got to do more. So she went, added more. They ended up giving me $100 for this event to do a giveaway right there on the spot. They're like, hey, let's do a giveaway. Sent me Venmo $100 so we could give that out to everybody. And everybody came in. We were there. We were supposed to be there for an hour and a half. We were there for 2.5 hours. Luckily, the photographer didn't quit on me, so she didn't have anywhere to go because I'd had to cut it off. And we just had a great time. But half of those agents that came to that event, I have never done business with. Half. So out of the 21, about half of those I had never done business with. And now I've got a new in with these agents, one-on-one meetings, so that way I can go deeper, try to get their business, right? So when we think about events, think about how can you spin it different and leverage two different things. We got half the agents that came I don't do business with, and solidifying a builder relationship as the backup lender that I didn't have a solidification with that builder, and now they trust me. So two things happened in that one event, and I was there for 2.5 hours, and it was the best event I'd had in a really, really long time. And it was just different. People didn't care. They wanted those headshots. They wanted all those things in different rooms and down the hall and at the front door. And it was so cool doing that with them. So the one thing that I would say is you're probably, or if you're not asking the question I would be asking is, how did you get these people there that you didn't know? Okay. So yes, we make phone calls, and yes, we send the videos, and yes, we do the emails, and we do all of those things. But really, what made a huge difference to be able to get the word out, and I got into offices that had a preferred lender that you're not supposed to get into and they're not supposed to promote you. I did. And the way I did it is I showed up. I printed 150 flyers. And one day, so our event was on a Tuesday. I went on the Wednesday before, and I showed up to the office and I dispersed out 150 flyers. I went to 14 different real estate offices right there in our area. And it wasn't just all real estate offices. I also went to title companies. Because title companies will promote you more than sometimes a real estate office, especially if they have a preferred lender already in there. Because I'm like, hey, they're always looking for something to talk about. They're like, hey, I could put it right there. When they walked in the receptionist desk and they were there for a closing, my name was sitting there right there on their desk to say, hey, if you need a headshot, go see Jenay, and she's going to be right here on da-da-da-da-da-da at this time. And the title companies promoted me. So I had them out there helping me promote this event, and no money attached, no nothing. I actually had one of the title companies call me up and say, hey, do you have a title company that's helping you? I said, no. And they said, we would love to help you, and we'll split the cost.
Wow.
I said, okay. I didn't ask for it, right? And they were happy to be there. They were happy to split the cost with me and help me out with that. Save me several $100s on that event just to have them there and help promote that. And they were able to bring several of their agents as well. So when you think of, hey, going out and getting the word out that you're doing an event, go see these people, but don't see just real estate offices. Go to these title companies as well, and have them help you promote when you're doing these type of business, these events, because they're going to have a huge impact, and they're going to bring some great people, and they're really going to be one of your biggest cheerleaders at the end. So as I kind of go through this, examples of that was the one that we just had a couple of weeks ago. I want to kind of do some different things. We talked about going into the end of this year and having to be, seen, and people are going to start thinking about the holidays and all the things that are coming up. What's a next event that you can have that could bring people in without the sales fatigue? And so one of the ones we're planning is in October, pumpkin patch. Super easy, have them come, but also bringing in their families with that. So, not just saying, hey, I want you as the real estate agent, I want you and your family to come in and let's take some pictures. Let's get a pumpkin for the kids, let them go on their way, right? And really leveraging that event to bring in their families. Because when you know somebody's family, you know them on a different level, right? It's not just so much that business level. Now you've met their family, they've met mine, mine will be there as well. And you go deeper with them, and there's a deeper connection outside of just, yes, hey, I do lunch and learns and we do education, but doing these events in a different way that brings them so they feel comfortable showing up. Okay. I'm going to give you,
Can I just come
yeah,
in with a couple of questions here?
Yeah,
All right.
I was hoping we could popcorn some
I
questions
would
real
love for
fast.
people to raise their hand, but I had a couple of DMs. First of all,
Yeah.
Jenay, when it comes to stuff like this, and I think you kind of hit it a little bit, they were like, all right, how did you get the word out? So it sounds to me like you had a layered approach there, right? Did you have a target qualified agent list that you emailed it out to or anything like that? Or was it just in your database stuff?
yeah, so no, I have my top 40 list, and I have a target list that I always invite to all of my events, right? So my agents that are my great agents I do business with, right? And then I also have a target list, agents that I don't do business with but I want to do business with. They always get the invite to all of those things, right?
Yep.
So that went out. I also post on my social media, right? So I'll post on there if somebody random wants to show up, great. And some people, they don't always look at the email or they deleted it, but they might see me on social, right? So the key is that you've got to do it in different ways and different because everybody looks at things differently. Plus, you got to add text in there as well, right? So
Right.
I don't always look at a text message, especially at work. If you text my personal cell, I'm not going to really always see it because I'm in business mode. But if you email it, I might see it on an email, but then somebody else may be the other way around. So you got to touch them in multiple different ways. And then, of course, phone calls, right? Invite my ones that I absolutely want to come and be there. But my pitch was also not just headshots, it was social media content. I think anytime you can throw in key trigger words to events, that makes it different, right? So I call it the real estate agent headshots, but it really was content for your social media. So pictures that you want to post and you're always looking, hey, I don't have a great picture. We got multiple different poses out of that. So it was like, hey, I was sitting on a couch. I'm standing on the staircase. I'm at the front door, right? So pitching it in a different way that it's a different event, not just showing up at a title company for a headshot in a room, but hey, when I spun it as some social media content that you're looking for, then that's where it was like, oh, okay, hold on, that is a little different. So think of those key trigger words in that because those make a big difference. And everybody's always like, social media, I don't know whatever to put on social media. I don't know what to post. And you throw that name out there and they're like, oh yeah, okay, I'll come do that.
That's such a great idea. It's not just another LinkedIn profile headshot. You did it a little,
Yeah.
you had a fresh spin on it. All right. So one more question that we're getting a lot of is who handles the cost of the photographer? Did you have them pay? Okay. So
I
you
did.
booked the
I paid for
photographer.
it. I booked it. I paid for it, right? I didn't ask for anything. And then it just organically just ended up happening because then everybody kind of was like, some people wanted to get involved, right? So that's where the title company came in. Now, I could have done it. I could have done it differently. I could have gone to a title company and said, hey, will you split the cost with me? Let's team up. Let's do this. Then I would have been tied to one title company if I did that, right? Which is fine. And it can help cut the cost down for you, right? Especially if you're on a budget and you want to start, I would say then definitely start there. But mine was that, I mean, it cost me like $400 for this photographer. So it wasn't like a huge expense, right? Because I just booked her by the hour. And then ended up that the title company, when I was out there chit chatting and meeting people and talking, they said, hey, do you have somebody? And then they ended up, because we went over our time, they paid for the extra time. I didn't have to foot that bill. So that was nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's get to more questions. We got some time. I'm so happy about
Yeah.
this. I do want to address one though. David brought up, what's the cost versus the reward? on the event. And I think, David, this is one of those type of events where it's not going to be like I spent this today and tomorrow I got that, right?
Mhm.
This is more along the lines of, look, there was half of these agents that came in, or agents that she has never done business with, who now have this like seared in their mind positive just impression of Jenay, have think every time they post one of these photos to social, it's because of Jenay, right? And Jenay, of course, being the superstar that she is going to be following up. Is there anything I can help you with? And is going to get business from these referral partners. So, what's the return on that? The return on that, I think, is an accelerated trust building thing that cut shaved all kinds of time and energy off of her efforts to begin a solid relationship with these referral partners in a unique way. And then I can't even tell. I've heard about the pumpkin patch thing before, but you just brought it back to light. It's making so much sense to me now, Jenay. It's like, what a cool thing to invite these agents that you're already doing business with and some ones you want to do business with to take some photos with their kids at the pumpkin patch. Come on. That is like I just think this is awesome. I think it's like, Kristen, go ahead. What's some other questions? We only got about a few
All right.
minutes
So,
here.
Jenay, did you do this during the day or in the evening?
During the day, started at
Okay.
10. It started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we finished at 12. It was about 12:30 when we walked out the door. And the other thing is, like, your guest list. This is the actual guest list from the event, and they have to give me their name, their email address, their phone
Let's see it.
number, right? Uh-oh.
Hold it up. You're spotlighted now.
Okay.
She's like, Frank, why would you do that? Hold
I
up your
want to see
guest
the.
list.
I want
He
to
wants
see
you
the
to hold up
list.
the
You
guest
held
list.
up
Push
the
the
list.
button. Push the button, Frank. We got to push the button.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, but they have to give me all of their real content, right? Their real information, because I'm like, hey, I'm sending you these pictures when they come in. So it's not just hey, I showed up and I didn't want to give you my information, or I wanted to give you the wrong phone number, or whatever the case is. No, like, I had to get their actual information if they want their pictures.
Well, you get one deal that pays for it, and
Yeah.
and if you were in any of my classes, I'd be sitting right beside you because that's how I graduated. I just sit by the smartest person in the room. That's how it
Yeah.
works. So when you
I mean,
just
I got
gave
a
me
lead immediately after that. I got a lead from it immediately, like the very next day. It was like, oh, I have this person, da 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 da, from an agent that I've never done business with. I immediately the next day, within 24 hours, had a lead.
well, you gave me my first event with the builder. So there you go. So
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
there you go. I'm just
Yeah.
going to copy, man. Just copy.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. And it's and the even Bill, it's like, hey, you get one deal from it, but it's not even that, right? It's like you're gonna get probably a half a dozen relationships out of this easily. Easily. And that's gonna result in what, a half a dozen deals a year from each of those people, even if it's three from each of those people. You know what I mean? It's gonna result in what, maybe 15, 20 deals a year over the
That's
next.
just from the agents, but think this
Right.
builder that I
Think
didn't
of the
have a
builder too.
relationship.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's ridiculously cool. What a
I know we're
freaking
coming
cool
up to the
thing.
end of the time, but I have two really quick
Go.
things. Number one, Jenay, how often would you suggest that events get done during the year? Are you saying like once a quarter sounds like a good cadence for
For
some?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, the previous one we did was Mother's Day. So, a couple of months before. And Mother's Day, we did a flower arrangement deal. And so I just got a bunch of flowers and went to Costco and HEB and brought some agents in and said, hey, let's do a flower arrangement class. And they came in and made some flower arrangements.
It's taking action, right, Frank? It's just taking
Yep.
action.
Yeah.
All right. So Jenay is one of our alliance coaches. For those of you who might not know who Jenay is, but the other thing is she's going to be at the event in October too. Correct?
I will. I
All
am
right. Do
there.
you know what you're speaking on at the event?
I do not know yet.
Okay. All right. So a little teaser there, but Jenay will be there. So
If I was to guess, it's probably going to be the professional loan consultation.
ah,
Good
I've
one.
heard her. Yes. Oh yeah.
Yep.
We've had a little teaser of that on here before too.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
fantastic. I
Good
think
one.
everyone's wheels are spinning now.
Mm. Wow, Jenay, thank you so much. That was just so great. Super appreciate you being here. Wow, that was great. What do you think, guys? Thumbs up. Give her some thumbs up, some hearts, some love, man, if you can. That was just great, man. We super appreciate you being here. We can't wait to have you back again, my friend. It'll be terrific. Thank you again for coming. Appreciate it, Jenay Bowen, everybody. Alliance coach. She'll be at the event. Good stuff. Okay, today is Thursday. Pre-approved and looking, right? Pre-approved and looking. So we're going to have Vince Queen tell us what we do on pre-approved and looking day. Vince, what do we do?
Well, any lead that we receive from any particular realtor, we're going to follow up on that person in the event that they should be out looking. And whenever we touch the lead, we touch the partner. And in touching the partner, giving them an update, that gives us another opportunity to speak with our realtor partners and to gain additional trust. And possibly we can ask for another lead. There's a thought.
What the heck?
It's a lot going on there, man. So
There's a lot
anyway,
going on there.
That's how I do it. So is that okay, Frank?
That's okay. If that's how Vince does it, I think that's how we should all do it, my friends. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll be here tomorrow with Chris Johnstone. Once again, Jenay Bowen, thank you. So great. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.